This is technically I can go to the pre-show banner and just we can
that's
talk
fun.
some shit for a few minutes while I share the show around. How's it going? How's everybody feeling? Olympics? Anybody? Nobody? Olympics?
No.
I'm checking in every now and then.
Did you
Jules,
know that
you
there's 3-on-3 basketball this year?
Apparently, yeah.
That is half
Interesting.
court. It's like half
Yeah.
court.
That's cool.
That's
It's
cool.
really interesting.
I won't
to
watch
me.
it, but that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
I actually might try to. It's all on the replay. You know
It's
what
all
I
on
mean?
fucking Peacock, but Peacock sucks.
No, it's
Peacock
on
as a,
Olympics.
as a
It's on
wrestling
Olympics.com.
as a wrestling watcher who is forced to watch Peacock, it is terrible.
I hate it.
Oh, but in more important news, beloved
Oh.
nerd icon LeVar Burton started his week hosting Jeopardy.
Yeah,
Oh,
That's
did he?
awesome.
that is
Oh.
awesome.
I got to figure out where to find Jeopardy, I guess.
Hey
Go
Jules,
watch
you watch
LeVar.
Masters of the Universe?
I have not watched it yet.
It's
I
pretty
had
fly,
too much
dude. It's pretty
wrestling
dope.
catch
Yeah,
up
it's
on
okay.
this week.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I've
like
I've
it.
heard mixed reviews.
Had a good time with it. Do we think? All right. The prevailing theory is that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be Doctor Strange like fixing the multiverse. Do you really think that he can do that? And do they want? I mean,
No,
there's
I
got to
don't
be a
think- wait, wait, wait.
multiverse when this is all done, right? They still got.
Well, it's the multiverse of madness, so it probably goes all crazy at the
Yeah,
end. I mean, there's
exactly.
no way he can contain it anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
first off,
I'm guessing
we
it's
built
more
up
like
to
Doctor
it.
Strange sets up some sort of rules of engagement, some sort of
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
the actual MCU movie dropping all the exposition for the multiverse, laying down all the groundwork for the multiverse rules, laying out who the bad guy is at the very end for the Kang, basically.
Kang already there. He's already there.
Yeah, I still think it's how we get the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. I prevail with that theory.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I mean, it's as good a way to do it as any.
Seems
Yeah.
cheap, man. Seems
Oh, it
cheap.
totally seems cheap, but they've got a good setup with WandaVision into this.
Well,
Wanda and
I've said
Loki have
before-
fucked up the time stream, the multiverse.
Yeah, but if they pull in the X-Men from some other universe, I feel like that undercuts the point of the X-Men, that they're
True,
feared
true.
and hated, people born different. I feel like it kind of undercuts that if it's they're aliens from another universe or whatever,
Exactly. I really like the idea of just having Professor Xavier wipe the minds of every human on Earth every once in a while, whenever they find out, So they've been here the whole time on Krakoa, just kicking
Totally.
it in the Pacific somewhere, and just take
Maybe.
all Hickman's.
I
all
don't know if
Hickman's
you'll get
shit.
Krakoa. I think you might get Genosha before you get Krakoa.
Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
get Genosha before
Maybe
Krakoa.
Genosha, but do the Hickman thing where they're immortal. That would be the.
I'd be surprised if
would love
the
that.
starting point isn't the Xavier School,
Yeah, I would be surprised.
It's so been done though. It's really not
Yeah,
like Marvel to do that. Like with
It's been done
Spider-Man.
because that's what people know.
But Spider-Man, they don't
Right,
know
right.
that anymore. They just have to know that this is a cool mutant that I like, But
I don't know.
with Spider-Man, with Spider-Man, they didn't show Uncle Ben getting murdered again.
Yeah,
They
but
didn't show
Spider-Man
the
was
Dark
still
Knight.
at its core Spider-Man. It was still a high school kid with Spider-Man powers. Like
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Krakoa is a radically different sort of
I love
status
it.
quo
I love
than.
it.
Well, it's radically different and also exactly the same at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not really that much of a stretch, I don't think. I don't know either. Jules having all kinds of trouble.
I'm
Let's
having all
see
kinds
how
of
it goes.
trouble.
I was going to ask him another
I was
question.
worried about my internet coming into this. Apparently,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know,
the
right?
weak link today.
Let's start.
Bye.
Let's start this preview. Y'all need to get that fiber.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
It was like a fight. Jules talking to me like a Jedi.
Sometimes I regret not hearing the conversations you guys are having before I come in. I don't regret it, Dick.
It was like lame PR, not NPR, lame PR. Greetings, geeks. Welcome back. This is another episode of This Geek in Comics, Our Geekers comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
Gomer, Adam Normal Taylor, Jules True. How's it going, guys? We're gonna talk comics in a bit.
Yeah.
What are y'all up to? Anything fun? Anything cool? Anything you want to talk about?
No, I've been rewatching.
Did you watch that Woodstock doc?
Yeah, man,
It was
I
rad,
did watch
wasn't
it.
it?
It was.
It was
God, those
rad.
kids are the worst.
I know that was me. That was me.
That was your
That explains
your
so
era.
much, right?
So
Explains
much.
So much.
I mean, that explains like politics for the last like
That's just-
15 years.
Right.
That's great.
No shit.
So everyone
no
in your
shit.
age group is just a piece of shit. Then that would explain a lot.
No,
I guess.
not all of them.
No, not all of them, but like a good chunk of that era.
Yeah, it's a long time
Long.
ago. That was a long time ago.
Whew.
And you watched that D&D doc. You hearted it in the chat.
I did. It was really good
The
too.
art. Oh, it was great.
I had a good little weekend of watching. I had.
Me too, man. Me too. All right, let's do this shit.
Let's do this.
New comics drop every week. These drop tonight, actually. And we're gonna start with DC 727. If you see something, say something. If you want us to talk about a book, we will talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Did anyone even read Action? I don't even care. I'm not reading it.
I'm reading Action, but it is just okay.
Yeah.
I dropped.
Reptilian, anybody reading this?
I don't even remember Reptilian 1.
Yeah, I don't even remember it. This is a book that was supposed to
Forgot
be
this
for,
existed.
This is a book that was
Ennis?
yeah, it was supposed to be for Dylan though. Steve Dillon, who passed away.
Oh, that's why.
We had Liam Sharp on it, but yeah, I didn't read the first issue either. I just kind of skipped it. I don't know why. I think it was just a heavy week, you know, and I didn't have room for it. But anyway, moving on. How much they got? Oh man, they got a shit ton of books this week.
Wow.
Secret Files, Huntress. I'm not interested in any of these
No.
Secret Files books. Mariko Tamaki though.
That's cool.
Well, she was doing the backup in the Detective Comics book.
Yeah.
For Huntress, so it makes sense. It's an extension.
Oh,
of
is
that.
it? Oh man, maybe I should check it out.
Oh, asshole Batman. I do love asshole Batman.
When they say Reptilian, is he like fighting Killer Croc or something?
Yeah,
What's
it's
the
Killer Croc's
title of
story.
it? Okay.
No, it's
that's
Lizard
cool.
from Spider-Man.
Yeah, same thing.
Doc Lizard. But yeah, I'm not picking that up. This right here, this is the Gene Luen Yang. We didn't even talk about it on the news show, but he won like 3 fucking Eisners over the weekend.
Good for him, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, Stans Takei got
A lot of that for
lettering.
Superman smashes the Klan, right?
Oh wait, no, it's not Killer Croc. It's not Killer Croc.
Oh,
it's not Killer Croc.
Who is it? It's somebody new.
You said it with such confidence. I totally thought you actually knew, but
Yeah,
I totally thought it was Killer Croc.
No, I thought it was like a lizard, a new guy,
so it is
The
the
lizard.
lizard.
like from Spider-Man.
the hell if I know. But this that Batman Superman book has been it's got like kind of a, I want to call it like a goofy charm. Like it's
It's got a charm though.
yeah, it's got
It's like a
lot
golden
of,
age, almost like a golden age charm.
yeah, it does have golden age sensibilities at least for sure.
It's a murder mystery. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. A detective story. Perish the Thought in a Batman comic?
Oh my god, I had no
Awesome.
idea.
How dare they? How
Yeah.
dare they?
New ground.
Moving on. Checkmate number 2.
I'm not reading this.
I'm not reading that either.
Nah,
Ooh,
man.
Joel Jones has a poster portfolio coming out.
that's cool.
Man,
That's
that,
pretty cool.
That could be
Great.
really cool. I mean, I normally don't give a shit about like basically a poster book, but if it's Joel Jones, that might be worth checking out.
Yeah, lots of
Definitely.
good stuff here. 12 by 16 inches. So rad. Moving on. Detective Comics, nobody reading Detective Comics.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Man, how many they getting you for a lot of Flash? Is this
They
new
are
this week?
cranking these out. Wow.
Is this new or is this re-solicited? 772 already hit, didn't it?
Was that the one from last week?
Yeah, that was the one from last week.
No, yeah, that is the one from last
That
week.
is
It
the
must
one
be
from
the
last
cover
week.
was late. The Brett Booth cover may
Oh.
have been late.
Yeah, that
Man,
was a
ooh,
page
probably-
from towards the end of the book. Yeah.
Ooh, look at that
Yeah.
ass on Wally. It's hot. Super hot, Wally. Or was that Barry? Never mind.
That's
That's
Wally.
Wally.
That's Wally.
Good. I was going to say
I
Wally.
I wouldn't have been
hot.
reading if it
Yeah,
was
Wa-
Barry, so yeah, it's
Wally
Wally.
Yeah.
got rid of the costume with his hair out. He
Yeah.
got back to the
Oh,
normal.
did
He
he?
got back to his
Yeah.
original. Yeah.
Did he? That's cool.
Yeah. It's
I
about
don't
time.
know. I kind of like that. That's been around Cyclops. A lot of the X-Men characters, had that.
Yeah, but
I
you know
was
what?
okay with the hair out.
With the
look,
headband
but,
that somehow fit snug.
But
It was weird.
I don't know. As a longtime Wally reader, I am used to him just being the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
It's
of
not
wanted
like his
him-
hair
Well,
would
I
stay
mean,
on.
for
His hair
everyone-
would
for-
be ripped out.
For 3/4 of the panel here, he was the Flash we grew up with, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is that an
That's
old
true.
man joke? Is that an old joke?
Well,
Moving on.
you're old enough to remember when Barry was still Flash.
Yeah. I
To be
didn't read
fair.
a lot of DC. Coming
Yeah,
out.
who
I stuck
did?
with-
Whatever.
I knew
did?
about it because I hung out at the comic shop. But
Yeah.
Icon and Rocket season 1, number 1.
I'll probably check this out.
I will definitely
this
check this out. I'm pretty sure this is already on digital. You can get it right
Mhm.
now on whatever digital format they got. Moving right along here. A lot of Icon Rocket. Infinite Frontier number 3.
I'm gonna pick this one up. but-
You're reading that. You liking that?
still
it's got characters that I follow.
Yeah.
That's basically why I'm picking it up.
And there's
And
a
it's
new
not
Black
bad.
Lantern.
It's not a bad book.
There's a new Black Lantern.
Yeah, there is a new Black Lantern. It's
Oh,
Roy
that's
Harper.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oh,
right.
that's
right.
cool.
You talked about that.
Yeah.
least they're
Great
doing something
cover
with Roy.
here by David Talaski. Never even heard of him, but man, I love that cover. It's
Oh, that's a
I don't
cool
know, it's
cover.
clean. I don't know. It's like kind of animated, but not
Mhm.
really animated. But
This is kind of a mixed bag for me because I love that Black Canary. The Batman's not bad. I don't like the way Naomi looks there. She has like a weird
Oh.
shoulder pad thing going on.
oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, it's
You're
a
right.
different look, but
Batman always hiding behind people
always.
on covers. Smart guy.
Batman's got some
Uh,
chubby cheeks there.
Yeah,
I'm going back. I want to look at it. Oh, he does. He just
A little bit.
Oh no, never mind. I can see the definition now.
Want to squeeze them. Looney Tunes 261. Look out for those high numbers there.
wow.
Mr. Miracle, Source of Freedom. No one's reading this, are they? This is the Easton book, Brandon Easton book.
Yeah.
No,
I like
Ah.
Brandon Easton.
No one's reading that.
That was one of the few things from Future State I actually kind of enjoyed, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna.
Yeah.
I haven't been picking this up, so I'm not gonna jump on now. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. Third printing of Nightwing 78. And the great thing about it, they've been giving some dope covers. That is a rad. I love that cover.
That's
The
awesome.
fucking dog. That's great. Oh, look, he's dreaming. He's having a
Oh, that's so
That's
rad,
cool.
fresh.
dude.
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever got this issue. I think it was sold out when I got to the shop, so I might try to get this cover.
dream. Nice, nice.
Nice.
All right, here it is. Other history. I'm definitely picking this up. This is
Definitely
probably
picking
the
this up.
book I'm looking forward to the most. This is Wraps the series. It's been so great. I read an interview with John Ridley earlier today where he talks about how this is like the thing that's closest to his heart out of the stuff he's created, and he's jumping on Black Panther. I think next month, maybe this week.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
next week. No, they delayed it. They delayed
They
it. till
delayed it, didn't
November.
they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
They delayed it till
going to be
November.
towards the holiday season. Yeah.
Yeah. Jamal Campbell with an amazing variant here. Oh, my
that's
gosh.
awesome.
It's fucking gorgeous. I love it. So, yeah, I've been really enjoying that series. Robin number 4. I know Adam's been picking this up.
Yeah, it's been a
Yes.
fun book. I mean, it's him doing a cheesy martial arts tournament arc, and he's becoming frenemies with Connor Hawke, who's a character who hasn't been around for a long time.
Yeah. And this
Which,
new character, there's new characters.
Wait,
There's
shouldn't
new
Connor
characters in
Hawke
this,
be
yeah.
like a grown ass man and Damien's like still a little kid, right?
No.
Yeah, he should be, but
No.
that's not the way it is.
No.
Okay.
He's a teenager again somehow.
Yeah.
Crisis. Just all you gotta do is say crisis. It's like when
Crisis.
it's like when someone's like, "Man, how'd they do
There
that?"
is no
in Harry
continuity
Potter?
with DC anymore.
How'd they do that? And they're watching Harry Potter. You just say magic, and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Just say crisis.
Crisis.
And they're, oh, okay. DC,
It is probably best just to not worry about it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, even when you get the explanation, it's gonna be like, "What? What?" Static number 2.
I enjoyed
Nice.
the first issue. The art was
Yeah.
especially good.
Me too.
Yeah,
I had a
agreed.
great time with this.
It was
Great book.
fun.
Great book. Great to see the milestone shit coming back.
Agreed.
Nicholas Draper Ivy. I hadn't heard of this person either, but man, that is a cool action cover.
That is a
A lot
cool
going
cover.
on in there. Strange Adventures number 11, penultimate issue. Taylor, go ahead.
I've been enjoying this quite a lot, and things are really coming to a head. Last issue, Mr. Terrific figured out what's really going on, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
All right.
That's
I
cool.
really feel like you guys gave up on this one too soon.
I
I have
probably
enjoyed
did.
it pretty
I
consistently.
probably did.
Probably.
Tom King got to earn it, man. Got to earn it. Here
Oh,
it is.
but-
Another.
Here's the big thing this week.
Yes,
Yeah.
the big Tom Taylor is writing Superman. He's writing Batman too, believe it or not, and Nightwing. He's got a huge event coming up over at Marvel. Everything coming up, Tom Taylor in 2020. Oh, dude, Dark Age. I don't care if you don't like it. Dark Age is gonna be big. I feel it. If it's gonna
The
be
only
huge.
reason I'm interested in it is because of Tom Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
That is
interested in it
literally the only reason.
because
the artist is
sure.
good too.
the artist is good.
yeah.
Marvel,
Ivan Coelho. It's Ivan Coelho, right?
Yeah, it's a great
Yes.
team.
Yeah.
Great team, and Marvel always does better with Otherworld shit than DC ever does. Because
No,
they're like,
DC's Otherworld shit is their best shit.
it's their best shit, but then they never do anything with it, and they won't stop milking it. Marvel's like, hey, look how cool this is. Oh, next
How
one.
do you not do anything with it and
Yeah,
milk it at the same time?
Those seem like contradictory terms.
Yeah,
there,
explain
Jules.
that. I mean,
Because like all you get out of Kingdom Come was Magog in that old Superman costume.
well, I don't want anything out of that. Like Red
Hey,
Sun.
Magog showed
I don't
up
want
recently
anything.
in
I don't want
Exactly.
anything.
Infinite
Magog-
Frontier.
I don't want
Magog is
anything out of
there.
All Star
That,
Superman. I
dude,
don't
There was
want
that
anything out of
JSA arc with
Yeah, that
Kingdom Come
JSA
Movie.
arc.
That was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yes, this is my point. The only thing that ever came out of Kingdom Come with all the cool concepts they
But-
introduced in that book is old Superman and Magog, and they're all over since.
But
Kingdom
in
Come.
the terms of Tom Taylor, I mean, honestly, the best shit he's ever done.
Oh, agreed.
Is Injustice and
Agreed.
Deceased. You know, at least in terms of sales. You know,
Agreed.
I still think his Wolverine run is gold. His fucking Friendly
Underappreciated,
Neighborhood
for sure.
Spider-Man run
Look.
was one of my favorite included one of my favorite single issues of Spider-Man of all time. And that's what 10. That's got to be 4,000 issues of
Are you
comics.
all
with
on
One where he did
Spider-Man in it.
Make-A-Wish?
Yes.
Yes.
With Spider Bite or whatever the kid's
Yes.
name was. Oh my god, I loved it. And the art in that is amazing. It's got a page that has like 30 panels on it.
Yes.
It's an
Look.
amazing issue. But yeah, but that's
Tom
not
Taylor.
really in continuity, you
No.
know. You know what I
But,
mean? Spider-Man ain't going on no. It was all a dream. That was the point of it.
No, that was continuity.
I mean, him visiting the kid was them going on the adventure was not continuity.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
obviously.
that's what I mean. Tom Taylor works better when he's outside of continuity. He's just
Which
has
is
this,
why that event's gonna be fucking awesome.
I don't know.
Anyway,
if
back to that Superman book, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this.
I mean, I'm mostly disinterested because of Tom Taylor again, but he really does have his work cut out for him because Jonathan Kent is the worst fucking Superman.
Well, he
Honestly,
becomes the worst.
that is the only reason why I'm reading that action book is because I'm waiting for Jonathan Kent to be the worst Superman, and I'm gonna get it in this one too. That has been a draw for me. I don't know why.
I would like to see the journey of him becoming
The worst.
You know what I mean? The worst.
Totally.
Superman. I don't want to see him suck immediately. All right, but this does have that
I mean,
line.
hopefully
in it.
Tom Taylor isn't anchored by like the future state stuff here. But
Somehow,
I
you got to remember, at some point, he has to kill both Darkseid and Highfather and become basically an amalgamation of the two,
I think he'll do it.
according to Action Comics. So he has to do something, right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's in my head all night now, Eli. But this is the book where he's going to say truth, justice, and the planet Earth for planet Earth or something. So this was going to make some waves in the news. I'm telling you, it is. It is.
Yeah,
It
well,
is. These dummies are going to.
I know. Dean
jump
Cain will
all
come out
over
and say that Superman is unpatriotic now.
And they're not even going to mention that it's not actually, you know, even though the title is Son of Kal-El, they'll just say in the recent Superman book.
I mean, there's going to be shitty cunts saying shitty cunt things about just about everything
true.
nowadays. So
That's true.
This cover has literally nothing to do with.
No, it doesn't.
yeah, he's not
No.
even a kid anymore.
But it's rad. I want this cover. Man, it's like a Norman Rockwell meets Gotham City. It's my
That
gosh,
is good.
beautiful.
That's good.
I think
Yeah,
it
they
really I think they really gets Damian and Jonathan really well on this cover.
Yeah.
They really did not do enough with those characters. at that
Agreed.
time.
No, that
I mean,
was
there's
the worst
still a
thing
book
Bendis
going
did
on.
was age.
It's
up
digital. It's been out forever.
It has, but I mean, there's still maybe after they release that one paper, they'll do another one from the world.
Maybe after
of,
the next crisis, they'll put them back out to that age again, and they'll.
I
they
mean,
can
I
still
will
tell
admit,
stories.
I
from
mean,
there. They can
them
still tell
being
stories.
different ages is weird, and that was
weird.
a terrible mistake that they made.
It was a terrible mistake.
It was
because Damian
Bendis.
seemed
No,
older.
let's not
I
pull
know,
any
that was the
punches. It
worst
was
thing
fucking Bendis.
That
Yes,
was the
it
worst thing he
was.
did on his run. I mean,
Yeah.
that stuff with the Super Family, like after Rebirth, that was my favorite Superman stuff I'd been reading for years.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cool dynamic shift, and I just think it's a stupid choice for them to squander that before it ever really got any sort of legs underneath it. You know,
man, I agree.
Agreed.
I agree. Teen Titans Academy. I think this is a bust. I don't hear anybody really talking about this in any
I haven't been
meaningful
reading
way.
this.
Yeah, Red X is kind of like a a specific.
Again, they're 10
fandom
years too late
favorite.
on that.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
just did not strike while the iron was hot, man.
Exactly, man. It's like the Phantasm
Reptil
shit
and
in
Red
the
X. That's
that
like
cat book.
Yeah.
Just well, not really, because I would still read it if it was actually a good book. You know, Wonder Woman. No,
Is this
Jules.
Sif Wonder Woman?
Yeah, this is
No,
still the Sif
No,
Wonder Woman.
we're leaning into Gypsy Wonder Woman. Now she's Scarlet Witch.
I don't think we're allowed to say that word. Are we allowed to use that word?
Gypsy?
Yeah.
And Scarlet
Isn't
Witch,
that
in terms of like Scarlet Witch lore, she was legitimately described as being a gypsy.
But I mean, yeah, in the 60s.
I mean, gypsy.
You can say a lot of shit in the 60s. You can't say anymore.
gypsy in the respect of cultures in between the borders and in between what was being taken
I'm
over.
not sure we're allowed to say that. Anyway, I'm just saying. I don't want to get you in trouble, Jules.
Don't get me in
if
trouble.
I have an opportunity to help someone else, like if you got something in your teeth, I'm going to tell you.
But circling back, she's going to be Scarlet Witch now? How's that going to work?
Yeah, she's like a fae,
the same way her being Sif worked. I don't know.
They're kind of moving throughout the different mythologies now. This is like kind of where the story's leaning into. Now it's like
they're just moving through the different Marvel characters.
Yeah, because now
so
the
next arc she's going to be the Invisible Woman. Oh yeah, Storm.
All right, well check this out. Check this out.
Yeah.
Check this out. No shit. No shit. It's just me. Exactly. Man, they had a great moment on the Bullies last night where
going down.
That is fucking hilarious because Leroy was talking about basketball, right? He's like, I might watch Olympics, but the Olympic basketball team is sucking. You know, how does the USA basketball team do that well when they invented basketball? And he was like, Native South Americans invented basketball. And I was like, oh shit, Leroy getting schooled, loving it. And then he made a stand on moon pies, which was really weird. But anyway, it looks in this book, right? A Roman god who has turned the sphere of gods upside down in pursuit of power. So it looks like he's messing with all of the myth and mythology and the legends and lore sort of shit. So that's pretty rad. She's sort of like quantum leaping into all
quantum
these
leaping through the mythologies.
And
she didn't know.
Roman's a weird mythology to quantum leap into, though, because it's basically the same thing as the Greek mythology. They just changed the names.
I'm sure you're not wrong.
No, it is. But it's like their mythology isn't the way it was supposed to be. Like when she was with the Norse gods, things weren't quite the way they were supposed to be. And it was also like very heavy meta poking fun at Marvel at the same time.
Did Thor ever show up in that arc?
Yes.
Is this going to happen more? Are they going to make more fun of?
No. Now I think they're moving. They had to know that the Sif pastiche got a little bad in that it was a great Sif story. It wasn't a great Wonder Woman story all of a sudden. And I feel like that's why they're like, okay, we're going to go to the next mythology now. Because it was
fine. It seems like it was a full arc.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a full arc. So.
And it was really fucking awesome. But
it's
a
great elevator pitch, man. I don't know how you turn that elevator pitch down. You know, what's your pitch for Wonder Woman? The whole sphere of gods has been flipped around and she jumps from lore to lore. That's perfect elevator pitch, man. I don't know how an editor wouldn't be like, oh, shit, that's great.
I'm going to tell you guys, like, I always think I'm going to drop this book, but then I read it, and I'm like,
good issue, yep.
Fuck, that was a good issue.
Those are great books, man. Those are great books that keep you hanging on, you know?
Yeah.
That's about it. We also get this, man.
No, guys.
I'm not a fan of this.
I'm tired of these books.
Great. There is something to say. The anthology book, I'm okay with. I hate the colors they're using. Just highlighting the gold. It's weird. It's just weird.
Gold I can see. Black seems like a weird choice for Wonder Woman. I mean, I know it's her hair color, but still.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a great cover. Terry Dodson cover. And there's also
I feel like it needs one more color of some kind.
Like red and gold or something. Blue and gold even. Anything is better than
this classic Josh Middleton cover is fantastic. Well, all right, so there's your man, a couple of great must reads, I think, this week, at least one with the what's the debut book?
Superman.
Yeah, the Superman Tom Taylor.
Son of Kal-El.
And the other history. But moving on now, everything else, this stuff comes out on the 28th, Wednesday, Tuesday night, late night. Again, chat, see something, say something, let us know.
I like that it's the final 6th printing.
Man, good for that book, man.
This book
I love that book.
This book is hit really hard because it's going to be a TV show. It's my favorite thing on shelves. I consider it to be the best thing on shelves right now.
It's one of them.
It's just damn good. It's weird to me that, in my opinion, James Tynion, who's had a stellar career, if you think about it,
he really has.
in what, like 5 or 10 years or whatever, but this is by far the best thing he's ever written, while he is concurrently writing Batman, which, again, in my opinion, is the worst thing he's ever written.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Which is weird because he's written one of my favorite Batman stories of all time, The Detective, with the whole fam.
I agree.
So, weird, dude.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the Batman book is consistently hovering in that mediocre range.
I don't like
it's
it at
not
all.
terrible, but yeah, it's
because of the art,
which is arguably
because
worse.
of the art, though. Really, if I was reading it just on story, there's no way I'd give it any marks.
Well, the real thing is that they are homing in on that stupid future state shit, and until they get past that, it's just a boring slog to get through.
Yeah. This is issue 11 is the follow-up to issue 10, which is weird. These books are not one shots, but they're not really.
Doesn't 11 usually follow 10?
No. What I mean is, it's a Bigfoot story, and issue 10 was a Bigfoot story, and they usually don't do that. They usually don't continue like the same sort of story. It's the same themes all the way through,
right?
But they're not really, Shut up, Adam. Headlopper number 16. This book's coming back. Fantastic book. Just crazy.
Cool. Goes on some hiatuses, though, don't it?
Yeah, it had a hell of a hiatus, but it's really, comic-y, almost like newspaper, Sunday morning, Sunday paper, cartoons.
Looks cool.
But it's all kinds of action. Yeah, it's real over-the-top action. It's got a nice sense of humor. It's called Headlopper, for goodness sake. So it
reminds me of like Conan meets Samurai Jack.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It's almost a bit more.
It kind of gives me Mobius vibes, honestly.
Yeah, it does. It is very Mobius. Which I think everything draws from Mobius at this point.
Sure.
True.
Oh, I don't know what was that Wind. Yeah, Wind was okay.
Yeah, Wind.
That's over now, I think. Woods. And yeah, it was whack. But yeah, Headlopper is fun. He called it Looper.
Head Looper.
Jules Verne Lighthouse. That's a bust. I'm not enjoying that at all. Made in Korea number 3. Again, this is about like you can't have babies no more, so they sell these robot kids, and this one developer in Korea uploads an AI to this, one, and a family gets it. It's not bad. It's not great. Yeah, Conan meets Adventure Time. That's fair. That's really good.
That's good.
Yeah. Sweet Paprika. This is a pretty big deal. Mirka Andolfo. A new
doing everything
from her. Yeah. The art is fantastic. I mean, the art's just, I love it so much.
That's cool.
Real cartoony, little anime styles.
I dig it.
So yeah, there you go. There's that. Pretty good. A lot of different variant covers for that. Art germ variants. Oh, man, you can't even see the fucking variants because of the damn screen. Stupid computers. That's the same damn one. Idiot.
Drop the ball.
Ironic.
I am. I'm dropping the ball. Anyway, Old Guard Tales Through Time is rad. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's an anthology series. There's a couple of stories in each book, all from the Old Guard universe, which is a universe where there's a bunch of immortals who are modern day mercenaries. Fucking fantastic, dude.
It's fucking awesome.
So great. Season 2, episode 2, movie 2. I don't even know how they do fucking TV anymore. It's hard to,
who knows?
Figure it out. But more Old Guard is coming to Netflix. Scumbag number 9. Who's our artist of the month? Man, I don't know if you listen to Jonathan Wayshak. Nice choice.
Ooh.
I don't know if you listened to the show last night, Jules. You were invited. You're always invited to that show, by the way. But the way Remender did this book was really weird. Louis LaRosa was supposed to be the only artist on this and co-owner. He had back problems. Rick Remender paid him for what he did, but then in order to save the book, get it out on the schedule that he had already established, he had different artists come in. He had different artists come in to do each issue. That ended up costing him so much money. Hey, Cliff, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Man, everyone always harassing me, Cliff. I appreciate you backing me up, brother. Because everybody always shitting on me.
That's really kind of you, Cliff, but Gomer deserves it. He deserves
I do. I do, but y'all should be fucking nicer. I mean, just because someone deserves something doesn't mean... But yeah, great book, man. Great book.
Yeah, it's a fucking awesome book.
Fantastic. It's getting a little repetitive, but they're keeping it fresh, you know.
Well, I mean, that's the inherent risk of this type of book, right? Is you can only see so many orgies before you just get numb to it, right?
I don't know. There's an orgy every issue, and I still always smile when I see an orgy. I don't know. I do. It's like, there's another orgy. Fucking Remender. He's great. I wonder if he just says draw an orgy.
Orgy.
Or if he all right.
You know,
I want you to draw an orgy. Here's the details.
But every orgy is drawn differently because it's a different artist.
It is.
So it's almost like him just I got to see who draws the best orgy.
That's his fetish. His fetish is orgy art, and this is how he tricked his creators.
You know, you say that, but half the worlds they go in Black Science, there's an orgy when they get there.
It's true.
Yeah,
you're right. There is
a giant orgy in Low.
They did have
there is an orgy in Low. Holy shit. We figured it out, y'all.
We cracked the code.
Pretty sure there's a orgy in Tokyo.
Harassing. I'm participating. Exactly. I blame you, assholes. You're egging him on. You're egging him on.
There is an orgy in Tokyo Ghost.
There is an orgy in Tokyo Ghost.
And I
don't know if you remember Uncanny Avengers. But off panel, between panels, you could almost, because of the way the dialogue sort of flowed,
when they were that
almost
world
imagine
of X,
that there's some sex going on. So, holy crap, I've got a new hobby.
Figure out
the.
I don't remember if there's
in
one in Fear Agent, but that would be the first book. And if there's one there, there's one everywhere.
I'm gonna start a blog. And I'm gonna call it Orgies by Remender.
Oh, that's amazing.
I bet
terrible and amazing. I bet you would love that.
Skybound number 4. Anyway, it's just been okay.
It's all right.
And then Spawn number 320. Big deals for Spawn. Spawn is growing. This is the year of Spawn. Oh man, that's a great cover. Is that just an action figure? Cover. It looks like just a fucking action figure. Man, that's rad. So there you go. That Texas Blood.
Oh man, yeah.
I can't fucking wait for this.
It's cool. It hasn't been as good as it was early on, but it's been good. You know, exactly what's promised. Texas noir. You know,
yeah.
And anybody from the South understands that Texas is different from the South. All right, they share many qualities, but
Texas
is not
its own thing.
Yeah, Texas is different, man.
Mm.
And I don't think I read that. I think I have a copy, but I do not think
it was dope. The Gunslinger Spawn stuff's been really cool.
Yeah, did his clock run out? You know what? McFarlane just keeps turning that clock back, dude, because this is
his clock ran out and Simmons wasn't Spawn for a while. There was another dude that was, I'm like the only guy still reading that book.
Yeah.
He stopped being Spawn for a while and some other dude was Spawn because yes, Al's clock did run out, but then they brought Al back.
But man, I don't know, dude. Spawn just seems like he's inherent to pop culture now. He's just like a thing now.
I mean, yeah, he is arguably the most popular superhero that isn't part of the big two, you know?
Totally.
And it came out of the 90s.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It has this thing to him, you know.
It is always gonna be McFarlane's finger to the big two, right? That it's never renumbered. It's always kept going. Yeah. It's had a cajillion spin-offs. It's been a movie. Yeah. It's been a
I'm pretty sure they're getting a cartoon too.
They are. They're getting a cartoon back.
So yeah, no clock run out there. And yeah, he's agreeing with me about Texas, I'm sure. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that Texas Blood is going to be dope. Ultra Mega gets a second printing on issue 3, which is
wild.
Pretty
good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a great book. So
it's a great book, but I mean, it's $8. It's $8. It's amazing.
It's worth it.
That issue 3
is worth it. You do not get skimped out on this book. Fuck. Yeah. I would buy no anthologies books to keep reading this book.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And Vinyl number 2, not terrible. You know, not really my cup of tea. It's all serial killer stuff.
It's too much.
Not really my cup of tea. Moving on to Dark Horse. Not really much from them this week. We do get a Gru book. Gru's always
that's
fun,
cool.
You know.
Oh, Gru and Tarzan.
It's pretty consistent. You can always jump right into Spawn. Yeah, sure. That's a good point. You know, you don't really need much time to catch up in a Spawn arc. You know, he's just defeating.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, not much from there. Parasomnia is Cullen Bunn's latest horror book. The first issue is okay. It's like a twisted dream world. It's sort of like blurs the line between dreaming and the wake world. It's an old trope, but Cullen Bunn, you know, that's his thing, I guess.
He's trying to get back.
Yeah. man, what are you talking? Colin Munn is leading an entire shared universe that getting its own Kickstarter campaign and stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
And The Witcher is getting another book.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's always fun.
Moving on, IDW again. There's some good stuff from IDW, but not much. Batman the Max. This actually came out 2017, 2018?
Oh, that came out a while ago.
Yeah.
It's been so popular, it's getting collected hardcover. IDW
cool.
doesn't do this a lot. With Transformers, they will, because Transformers has that built-in fan base.
And TMNT, and that's about it.
TMNT, some of the My Little Pony arcs.
I bet My Little Pony will get
eventually get collected. But yeah, this is a big deal. So of course, it's fucking Batman. Of course. Star Trek Year 5, solid. Star Wars Adventures. Star Wars is always good. It's
They're
hard
fun.
to bitch about Star Wars. Here's that Casey Jones.
Oh
no, this is a Casey Maloney TMNT annual.
Yes, this is actually the guy who did the bulk of this reboot. Tom Waltz.
Yeah,
this is his first
He's
time.
He's like an editor at IDW.
Yeah,
now.
Exactly. But he was the TMNT writer forever until recently. So this is him getting to, I think, wrap up some of the stuff he left.
Oh, that's
he hasn't
fun.
really finished. Yeah.
$7, probably going to be extra big. So
probably be worth it.
Oh, it's going to be worth it for sure.
Probably be trade size.
Yeah.
Sure. We do get Transformers Beast Wars number 6. This was supposed to wrap everything. This was supposed to be a one and done, and then the first issue was mad success. So they I don't know if you remember Back to the Future. Back to the Future was just supposed to be 6 issues to celebrate the fact that it was like the 25th or whatever anniversary of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And then it exploded. It had like 3 spin-offs and tie-ins with all kinds of shit. So there you go.
I'm glad it's going on past 6, because maybe now, once it gets beyond this initial story arc, things will actually start developing and
we get
flesh
new
out
art
and get interesting. Yeah, get new art.
Hey, bit of a
Definitely
tangent
get new
here,
art.
but Jules, how did you like the footage from the upcoming Usagi Yojimbo Netflix show?
I am so stoked.
Yeah, I'm stoked, man.
I'm a big Yojimbo fan.
Complete
always
opposite
been.
response of David.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm a grown man, and I've been watching Transformers my whole life. The character designs change, okay?
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't like them. I don't care. I care that somebody who would not have gotten to experience what I did as a kid, finding that in a comic book store for the first time, get to at least find this character in some way and want to explore this character.
And then you know what? And then after you haven't pooed all over their fucking parade and actually engaged with them in something that you love but may not be the thing that you love specifically, then you can be like, hey, they got another cartoon of this that came out in the 80s. You want to watch an episode of that? Bam.
Dude.
Man, and then you check out the IDW comics.
I've spent my whole life with the MCU now, being able to talk to people about conversations.
And they hate me. And they fucking hate me for it.
Could not. I mean, when I was a kid, everyone's like, who's your favorite superhero? And I say Ant-Man. They're like, I don't want to talk about a dollar store Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, no, he's real. And they're like, no, he's not. You're making that shit up.
Awesome.
So,
awesome.
Yeah, I love the idea that he's getting a show and that a new generation gets exposed to it.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Awesome, Cliff. Yeah. The classics are classics for a reason, bro.
Exactly.
What is it? The Netflix? It is, dude. The Netflix Transformers show is fucking awesome.
The next season of that comes out soon.
Dude, I wanted to hate that. I wanted to hate it. It's like, I don't. But I put it on, I was like, oh shit, this is great. It's fucking awesome.
Sometimes you gotta wait, man.
Like the little small blues. Yeah, I mean, whatever, man. People are fucking nuts with that.
This is my point. Who cares?
People are stupid with that shit.
I don't care what Yojimbo looks like. I just care that it's a Yojimbo show.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as it feels like the character, that's all that matters. I don't really care what
I like small boobs, probably a lesbian Tila, way more than just a bunch of dudes, hanging out on the. I mean, even if I'm just a total scumbag douchebag, why do I want to watch 2 half-naked dudes fighting when I can watch Tila and her girlfriend doing their thing? I mean, and that's the scumbag way of looking at it, but still way better than these fucking neck breathers on the damn. Here we go. If only He-Man was alive. He'll be back. It's fucking He-Man.
It's He-Man.
He'll be back.
Or somebody else gets the sword. Someone else gets He-Man.
Who else gonna get it? They done killed Man-at-Arms. Now they're gonna kill He-Man.
No, this is how they'll get She-Ra in this show. That's what they're gonna. That's the swerve.
Oh, you think it's just leading up to Teela becoming She-Ra?
Yeah, exactly. And there won't be any He-Man.
I don't
That's
want.
gonna-
How
that's
about
gonna
Tila's going to be the new He-Man in the costume?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they're gonna call her He-Woman.
Just a big middle finger to all these
Anyway,
douchebags.
moving
I do.
on.
I still think that's what's gonna happen.
All right, big week at Marvel. Big week. Amazing Fantasy. Carrie Andrews.
I'm gonna check this out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
everybody
for
should be
sure
checking this out,
buying
man.
this.
Yeah.
Look at that
Yeah, Tila
cover.
goes up here. I mean, this is Carrie Andrews.
That should be painted on the side of somebody's van. That looks fucking
That's all I want on the side of my van now.
I mean, talk about He-Man. I mean,
That's
shit, that's
fucking
straight up
awesome.
stolen from He-Man.
that's
Uh,
awesome.
I mean, it's got a Frazetta feel to it too, honestly.
It does.
You
It
know,
does.
it really does. It really does. But this is World War II Captain America, Red Room Black Widow, and Teenage Spider-Man ripped out of time and thrown into a fantasy world. And Carrie Andrews is just, fuck it, I'm just going to do whatever I want. And Marvel's like, okay, go ahead, dude. Do whatever you want. Look, there's a dragon carrying away, like, what is a winged lion even called?
Manticore.
Oh, is that okay? Manticore. There you go.
Manticore.
I thought were smart. I thought they had higher.
A few years back during Secret Wars, they did that Weird World book, and then they did a follow-up afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
That book was rad as hell, and this looks
Yeah,
like
it
it's
was.
going to have
It
that
was
same
rad,
energy.
It got
It has that
canceled
same
way
energy.
early, dude.
Yeah.
Great art.
Another Dark Avengers. I don't know if it's really a Dark Avengers.
I don't think so.
It doesn't look
I think
like
it's
it.
more like a Weird World kind
Yeah,
of.
I
it's
think
more
it's more
Weird
like a
World.
Weird
It's
World
more-
thing, man.
Yeah, it's just gonna be its own thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just going to be its own thing. It's just going to be Carrie Andrews doing art. I mean, these books are selling now for the companies. I mean, artist, writer
Hey
combination.
man, you let talented people do talented things.
Yeah.
It sells, you know.
They are the house of ideas, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that how they build themselves?
Yeah.
Fuck it. You got an idea, run with it.
David Baldione is getting a what are they calling this? The handbook variant.
That's cool.
They should just come out with another fucking handbook. But
yeah, why not just give out a
cool
handbook?
idea? That's a cool idea, though, man.
Now, if this is going to be a trend of variants they put out, I'm kind of for that. It looks kind of cool.
Agreed. Agreed.
You gotta
I don't
have
give
them
a
all.
shit about this book in particular, but I do like the idea behind.
But
this
you know,
variant.
you don't have to
Yeah,
get them
you gotta
all.
have
You
them
could
all.
just get the ones of the characters you really like, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Momoko's got an amazing Gwenpool cover. Oh my
Of
gosh.
course.
Yeah, Teenage Spider-Man will come out as lactose intolerant. No, we have a peanut allergy. Peanut allergy.
gluten free.
Yeah,
Oh, this
gluten
is for
free.
Spider-Man
Gluten
71.
free webbing.
Yeah, this is a Pichimoko Spider-Man 71 variant. But man, it's
Yeah,
rad, dude. It's good.
It's a good cover.
Yeah,
Bad
I love
book.
Peach. I love
We're
Peach.
in that Sinister War still.
Yeah.
Penultimate issue of Mech Strike.
No,
Or no, this is it.
Final.
Oh, yeah,
final.
this is the final. Oh, yeah.
This
they
is
have
their
the Voltron
last
this
chance
issue.
to do
God.
Voltron. Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, you
better do
motherfuckers.
Voltron.
Man,
There weren't
the
even
last
X-Men already
issue,
stole their thunder.
yeah, but the last issue of this had virtually no mechs in it at all, and it was kind of
Yeah.
lame, honestly.
Yeah, great art here, man.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
What is that character? The Cosmos? The one above all?
That's
something like
Eternity.
that? Yeah, Eternity. It's hard to keep track of all these fucking Kirby creations who are just
These concept characters.
one god after another. All he did was create god after god after god, and you're like,
Yeah, you
you
like
know,
that.
It's weird. It's whack. It's whack. And then he's God though, so it's
Yeah.
like, wow, what's
That's
happening?
the best.
So Kang just one shots Thanos in the last issue. Now T'Challa gonna come
Thanos
in.
didn't do a damn thing.
He
He
talks up a
literally
damn good
contributed
game.
nothing.
He
did.
got deep blue sea.
yeah. Tony Stark is definitely alive. There was, I think, the last thing you're talking about is
When he was the AI.
he died at Civil War II, and then everyone thought he had come back, but it turned out he was an AI. And then they had this pretty damn good run. I think it was actually Dan Slott's run on
It
Iron
was.
Man.
It was
Where,
Dan Slott's run where he was the suit.
There was this prejudice, this like racism against robots and AI, and Tony Stark kind of got replaced by his brother Arno, and yeah, it was actually kind of dope, man.
It was really good.
Fun. Yeah, he did. He got. I mean, it wasn't even a challenge, but
No.
Thanos was out there talking so much shit. I mean, it was epic. Jed McKay writing epic shit
Man.
for Thanos, and then just Kang time warps him to death. There were no mechs in the preview either.
I was just gonna say that. Are there no mechs in the preview?
Yeah, I guess this is called Mech Strike, right?
I know, right?
I guess Thanos has finally entered that Galactus territory where he's just gonna get jobbed out to everybody.
Dude, right?
He's just there to show how big and bad this new thing is.
I mean, they're running out. They're running out of jobbers. They got to have Dormammu as a fucking main villain because everybody else has been jobbed out of a damn.
That's it.
Appearance.
Oh, but here we go.
Bill. Danny Warren Johnson. Dude, he's just like that Carrie Andrews, doing the writing and the art. Fucking awesome.
This guy.
This has been my favorite series of this year, hands down.
I'm surprised this didn't win an Eisner or won't. I think this will. Because goddamn.
Yeah, I don't think it made it.
This is great, man. This and Ultra Mega are two of my favorite books this year.
Agreed.
And they're all just this guy doing it all by himself. And
man.
It's
amazing.
Big action. Dude, that's going to be good. Love the characters they're using. Love the story they're telling.
It's
Eli.
Just that rapid fire fight scene there has already got me so fucking hyped for this.
Yeah, great series.
It's got a lot of heart too.
Eli loves that guy.
It's fucking rad and it's super wholesome. It's like this amazing combination here.
Yeah, he is. Black Cat number 8. This is the Infinity Destinies, Infinity Score, all these Infinity Stone shit. We do get a Black Cat Momoko variant, which is, again, I know I'm always poking out, poking at them. You can't help it. I mean, look.
It's always good. I mean, I especially like this one, I got to say. I really like the way they're doing with the colors.
I will say, it is a step above pointing out all of those head variants. So,
man, if I'm still looking for them. I'm still going to point them
out.
God
damn you.
Please don't.
Oh, dude. They also got a Black Cat. Captain America 80th.
Black Cat. Okay.
Captain America.
That's a look.
That is a look. It's got more Dazzler vibes.
It does have a little Dazzler vibe, but it's fireworks.
Fireworks
are patriotic.
Some characters lend themselves to the Captain America motif better than others.
Yeah. Man, Brood are kind of on the shelf right now. The Hickman's X-Men. There's a character called Brew who is like a really smart Brood, and he was in Jason. I think he was actually introduced in Jason Aaron's Wolverine and the X-Men. Yeah. And he was in the school there, but he's basically like King Brood, dude, and he's an X-Man. Yeah. So the X-Men have complete and total control of all of the Brood.
Plus, Marvel has real xenomorphs now, so
yeah.
They'll do a xenomorph war,
probably. When Instagram models post for 4th of July Veterans Day.
He's not wrong.
Ebony Knight. This is wrapping this. I don't know what the hell Marvel's going to have going on. This is a week where just so many good books are ending.
God damn.
Yeah.
This
you know what?
A lot of these has been great.
A lot of these are very much just tryouts for a lot of these guys, honestly.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, look at the track record with Marvel. How many of these, like, little minis have led to somebody getting a good run out of something?
Yeah, well, I think all the artists who we've talked about in these minis are definitely going to get work.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know if Simon Spurrier even needs... he doesn't need to work for Marvel.
No, he does, though. Because they give him X books, and he loves to write X books.
Yeah. All right, so Ebony Crown. If you haven't been keeping up with this, it's kind of talking about what the Black Knight is as a character, and it's kind of like the anti-Thor. You have to sort of be unworthy. So the dude who is the Black Knight, I don't even remember his fucking name. Anyway,
Dane Whitman.
Yeah, Dane Whitman. He sort of struggles with his identity being associated with something that is so toxic to him, and it's really a great fucking examination. It's a great mirror up to society. But they've been tracking down all of the ebony, items. There's a sword, a dagger, a chalice, and the crown. And the other dude who's getting it from him, the other dude thinks he's more unworthy to get it. But the best part about this, and I know this is where Simon Spurrier is going, because Dane thinks that he is that everything is toxic, he's just going to be even more powerful as a Black Knight just because of the way it works. You know, when Thor thinks he's worthy, he's actually more worthy. You know what I mean? When he believes in himself.
Right.
So the Black Knight not believing in himself in this weird toxic way is going to make him a better Black Knight. And it's just the perfect irony.
It is,
you know,
vicious cycle. And that's one of the things they've been getting into in this film.
Yeah,
they were talking about like
good.
Percy, the original Black Knight. Basically, he just like kept spiraling down and down and down until just it ultimately collapsed all around him.
Until disassembled, right?
Yeah.
Bendis murdered him. Black Widow #9, fantastic series, great art. This one's something. I think it won Best New Series at the Eisners. But really, I mean, Kelly Thompson is telling a good story. There's a lot of heart. There's a lot of good stuff in here for Natasha and even some of the side characters. But man, Elena Casagrande and Jordi Belair on the art is the reason to buy.
Agreed.
It's just perfect. Dude.
Yeah, it is good writing, but it is even better art for sure.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. That's so much emotion right there in just one panel. It's beautiful. And there's always like one of those eyebrow-raising 2-page spreads. Every issue they go to town on at least, you know, one of those. So here's Natasha as a hot Captain America. This one's more like the Instagram model. It's a lot shinier. You know, Felicia's wasn't as shiny. And look at that pose. I mean, that pose is
unnecessary go-go booty.
The unnecessary waist twist where you can see a full ass and a full boob shot.
There's a word for that. It's the broke back.
Oh, the broke back. There you go.
I just call it the life field.
It can't be a life field.
Never drawn anything this hot. Life field, yeah, you can see her feet. Life field's never drawn anything this hot. Never.
But he loves that pose.
But that's Mark Brooks.
Do it.
Not a knock on Mark Brooks, you know. I mean, it is.
No.
It's and Marvel bought the damn thing, so. Cable 12 wraps the series.
I'm glad it's ending, but it's been a fun book.
It's been a fun book. We'll find out at the end if there are actually going to be 2 Cables running around. We're still not quite sure how time-displaced characters work in terms of the resurrection protocols. Because right now they're like, okay, for right now, we're going to not rule on old Cable coming back. We're just going to let you guys go solve the problem, and then we'll figure it out after. So really, it's given old or young Cable the opportunity to time slide out of there and not make it a big deal anyway. So we'll see.
I'm just going to say this because the fucking original X-Men got to hang out for a while. Fuck it. Let both Cables exist.
Well,
we had 2 Cyclops.
I mean, that's not a great example because the original X-Men were around for way too fucking long.
Way too long.
They were. That was another case of Bendis not cleaning up his messes.
That's so terrible. Beast is such a douchebag. I hated all that.
I loved all that because Beast is such a terrible douchebag. It worked for the New Avenger book at the time, though, to really like drive it home that Beast is capable of making terrible, awful decisions.
When he was in Illuminati and that's when he replaced Xavier.
Sure. Remember that was happening. That tends to work out.
But that played into both books. If you really think about all the awful things that because he was too busy doing all that Illuminati shit to actually give a shit.
Yeah. Daredevil 32 been a great series.
Awesome,
Peach Momoko, another great Daredevil cover. I don't like this one as much as a lot of her other ones. I don't know why. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's great style.
I'm with you. It's okay.
It's kind of fine.
She could have done more with it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be that guy. Like, of all the costumes you could fuck around with, Daredevil's got one of those costumes. He's had a billion.
I would have rather seen her do
Elektra's
version.
Agreed.
I think she might have put more into it. Oh, that's great. That's great sequential art right there. Just showing the paper, you know, that because Bullseye's just murdering random New Yorkers trying to get Daredevil's attention.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then there's this weird love thing between Kingpin and what's her name? Mary. Something Mary.
Typhoid Mary?
Typhoid Mary. Yeah. That dates all the way back to King in Black when she like sacrificed herself for him. So it's cool that they're pulling that in.
Man, who hasn't hit on Typhoid Mary?
I know.
Man, seriously.
I know, man. It's weird. She did. I don't want to talk shit. She can do whoever she wants. Eternals #6. Oh, here's a headshot cover.
Oh,
I knew we'd find one.
Damn you!
I knew we'd find one.
How?
All right, if it has a neck,
and they
that's
did
not
one
as
for
bad.
Eternal.
It doesn't have a neck. That's the background, bro.
Oh,
That's not a neck.
What is
That is
going
not
on
an outfit.
Well,
that is just the background.
Well, luckily though, the face is so up, like it's so up close to the face that
I think it's the editing.
Takes
I
up
think
most
they
of the
edited
screen.
it.
So
I think Naoop still drew it like that, but
just the head floating in
on it.
space is worse than this. That's true.
So yeah, Eternals, Eastside Ribbit, great art.
It's been
Great
okay,
art.
but I hope this is the issue
Oh,
where
God.
it finally goes somewhere.
Yo, there we go. It looks like it's going somewhere finally.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That's
the art
great
is
art, dude. Oh my god,
the art has been fantastic.
I mean, Eastside Ribbit could draw somebody picking their nose, and it would still be like the most beautiful
That's
thing.
basically what he's been drawing the last 5 issues because nothing has been happening.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I dropped it after issue 1 because I couldn't keep up. I didn't understand what was going on. Fantastic Four number 34. I heard some major shit is supposed to go down in here. I don't want to spoil anything, but Doom is supposed to like sabotage one of the members of the Fantastic Four in like the most brutal way.
Probably
I do know
Johnny, I'm guessing, because Johnny done fucked his missus here.
That's exactly right. That is exactly what happened. And yeah, he is pissed. He is pissed.
Oh, I knew
don't
Johnny
even
was
want
gonna
to
get
spoil
what's
it
coming to him.
what he does, man, but I do know exactly what he does. It was consensual though. I mean, Johnny didn't do it. Johnny just being Johnny.
Oh
right?
yeah, Johnny's just a fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Yeah, because there were
fucking
some
moron.
people commenting, well, you know, if I was Doom, I'd have done the same thing. I was like, well, what do you mean? It wasn't him. It wasn't Johnny.
I mean,
nobody
if
forced
you
anything on
were
the girl.
Doom, yes, he doesn't let this kind of shit go,
Hey,
and he doesn't
thanks for
really
stopping by,
care.
Cliff.
You know, like,
Thanks,
I
Cliff.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, Cliff. Cliff's a great guy, man. Cliff's a great guy. But yeah, I know exactly what he does, but I'm not going to spoil it for anybody.
all right,
I'm
I haven't
excited.
heard yet, and I am going to.
It's brutal, dude. It's brutal.
I bet.
It's
I guess we'll see.
fantastic. It's fantastic.
All
What's
right, who's in the
Fantastic Four?
cap duds here?
All of
Oh,
them.
the-
They all
oh.
get
Oh,
captainized.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Dude, Ben looks awesome.
That
Ben
is
would
awesome.
actually make sense as Captain America. He's been in a war, he's been in the
Yep.
military, and he's got like an Americana to him. You know
Oh,
what
he's
I
from
mean?
New York too. He's from New York.
Yeah, he's from New
I mean,
York. That
he
doesn't
is
really
the
matter.
quintessential American working man.
Yeah, he is.
I do like Soothe in this look, though. I mean, she's basically got
Yeah.
Cap's actual costume on.
Yeah,
it looks
it's
pretty
just
cool on her.
colored a bit differently. Yeah,
And her hair's hanging out. That's about it.
yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Complete editions. Giant size X-Men tribute
Oh, that's cool.
to the Wine Cochran. It's a gallery edition. King in Black's getting collected.
Nice.
All the King in Black
Nice.
shit's getting collected. Mighty Valkyries. This is the penultimate issue of this well drawn issue. Just amazing. Who's this? I don't remember his name. Let me go back.
It's a beautiful book. This book has been beautiful.
Yeah, Matea de
Yeah.
Iulis. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Talk about like fantasy, like classical style art. You know, it's like fucking Picasso shit right here, dude. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
It's beautiful shit. I'm not reading it though.
I am. It's good.
I am. Yeah, it's very good. I think.
It's
Here's
good.
Valkyrie as
Oh, it's Cap.
Captain America somehow. I just put a star on her.
That's about
That-
it. They didn't get far
that's
That's
enough.
all
her
they did,
normal
yeah.
outfit. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a star. She doesn't have a star usually, right? They added the stars.
They just added the stars.
But still, that's like.
That's fair. Of all the captainized costumes, that's the least captainized costume I've seen.
Planet Size X-Men number 1 is getting a second
printing.
print.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
A little late on that.
I mean, it was
Yeah,
only a few
like-
weeks ago.
It feels like it's been longer. Reign of X trade paperback. Oh, here we go. Shang-Chi number 3. Shang-Chi is basically he's like taken over for like his dad's like
Yeah.
dark underground elite. I don't know.
Yeah, he's running the Five Weapons
Organization.
Society. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's trying to get, go legit, but it's not working out very well. And he's sort of doing this world tour. I kind of like these sorts of books where a hero, there's a cameo. I kind of like those.
Oh,
Like,
Well, that's
superhero
all this
team up,
book has
bro.
been so far. Spider-Man was in
team
the
up.
first issue, then Cap in the second, and now we're getting Wolverine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the premise is basically that he's like the head of the mafia now, but
Yeah.
he's still trying to balance that with his superhero community that he's a part of as well.
Yeah, he's trying to do good. He's trying to
This
turn the
is
bad
what-
guys.
you wish Andy Diggle's Shadowland Daredevil arc was going to be like.
That was so bad.
That was so bad. No, because you think Daredevil head of the hand, this is going to be a lot of fun. He's going to do cool shit with it. It sucked. The demon shit, he did nothing. This
was a shitty demon guy.
There was a Kingpin tie into that was quite good.
The Kingpin tie-in was good. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what's a cool take on Shang-Chi from years back was Ed Brubaker writing him in Secret Avengers. He just had him pop in there. And I really like the first time he appeared and basically Sharon and Steve are somewhere else in the base. And he's like, oh my God, Steve, are you listening to what he's doing to them back there? I can hear their bones snapping from here.
Yes. Great. This book's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun.
I love this book.
And again, it's Gene Luen Yang, man. I mean,
man.
He's doing a lot of good work right now. Doing a lot. I mean, he is writing Batman and Superman, and currently writing the next big thing for Marvel Comics, or at least Marvel Cinematic, universe.
Totally.
Yeah, that's the next thing in their pipeline now, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And here's another headshot cover. This is a Common Coley. These are more bust covers than actual just heads. Sprouse, Star Wars. Star Wars is still sort of stuck in the. And I don't want to say stuck because I've heard it's been actually pretty damn good.
It's been actually fucking awesome. But
War of the Bounty Hunters.
It's tedious. It's tedious in that I'm like, oh great, another part of the story. But every time I read it, I'm like, oh, it was pretty fucking awesome.
It's just fun visiting that universe, man.
It is, man.
Star Wars High Republic. High Republic's been fantastic.
It's fucking awesome.
It's great. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like getting the same pair of shoes, brand new. You know what I mean? You own a pair of shoes, and then you're like, man, I want a new pair of shoes, and you go buy the same exact pair of shoes that you've been wearing, and you put them on. Yeah, it's the best thing. All right, here it is, Sword number 7. Big book.
Oh, hell yeah.
Last Annihilation has been wonderful. This is the morning after the night before. The Hellfire Gala is over, but not all the guests have gone home. Victor Von Doom is staying for dinner. He's chatting to an old friend in a very new setting about thrones, empires, magic, Mysterium, and the Last Annihilation. You just look at this awesome preview. It's Dr. Doom having dinner with the new regent of the entire solar system.
That's all I need to know. This sells the book right here. Yeah, but then you add the Last Annihilation on top of it, and I'm excited.
Arguably the most important.
If the whole issue was this conversation, I would still be excited for it. Yeah.
Storm is arguably the most important person in Marvel Comics.
Right she is the regent of the solar system. So yeah.
It's hard to. I mean, look. Oh, she's fucking gorgeous. Still wearing her outfit.
It's so cool.
From the dinner gala. And it's weird. It's like seeing Optimus Prime without his face plate on. Seeing Doom eat like that. It's weird. I get it, but it's weird. Optimus Prime takes his little thing off. He's got lips and shit. It's like, whoa.
He does.
Put your thing back on. Why do you have lips?
Yeah, he's got to have lips. He's got to eat, man. What do you think? He straws everything?
Yeah. He just pours it in his... Sucks it.
Arguably, that's even a sign of respect to be doing that in front of Storm. I'm sure he doesn't do that for most people.
Agreed. Yeah. Maybe they'll mention that. That'd be dope. But
I bet you they will.
I love the cover here because it is Doom at a dinner meeting, but he is sort of eating Sword. It does feel like Doom is going to do some massive moves here during the Last Annihilation. It feels like it's a Doom sort of event.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And those are my favorites.
Doom will come out on top at the end.
Always.
He always does.
Always. So there you go. There's a Shavrin cover. Pretty rad. I don't know if it's my favorite. I think I kind of like the other one more, but it's pretty rad. Same sort of theme there. Doom in charge of the team. But again, don't overestimate Abigail Brand, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you meant don't underestimate.
Did I? I meant something. You knew what I meant.
Well, saying don't ever overestimate her is like saying don't get too caught up on this Abigail Brand character.
Yeah, she's great.
But no, Abigail Brand's a fucking bad bitch, man. I mean, she's really
badass
too.
Peter David and Greg Land do the time warp, going back to Cindy Spider-Man. I'm okay with this. This book has been hitting for a lot of people. Mostly because of Peter David's writing.
Greg Land.
Dude, Greg Land is the best tracer on the planet. All right.
The thing is,
I'm not the best anything.
Here's what I'm gonna
any
say.
place, in any place. I'm the best father in my house. I'm the only father in my house, but I mean, what else? You know what I'm saying? So I know it's
Even
easy
then,
to
I'm not
knock
sure.
the guy. Exactly. I know it's easy to knock the guy, but when you're the best at anything, I mean, it's hard to knock that guy. You know, here's a headshot cover by Note.
Here's what I'm gonna say about Greg Land is that good writing
That one
to
at least is
me.
the background.
I know it's not terrible.
Oh, no, at least there is a background. It kind of works. At least
right.
good writing always saves bad art for me, because years ago, Al Ewing got his first Marvel book series in the Mighty Avengers, and it had Greg Land art, and I still pushed it down Gomer's throat, saying, "Dude, this guy Al Ewing
I don't
is
mind
gonna
Greg
be."
Land. I don't mind Greg Land. I don't.
I mean,
I
the work
don't
itself
mind
is
it.
good. I mean, it's like
Yeah, it's not
photorealistic in the
terrible.
truest sense of the word. But
Yeah.
He's literally tracing photos.
It's the principle of the thing, though. You know, I mean, the
Yes.
art. If you did not have the context, there'd be nothing to complain about. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, even with the context, why don't more people do that? Because they can't
Because
compete with how awesome Greg Land is at it.
Because it's not your art if you're doing that.
Another big book from Marvel this week. Man, there's so much good shit this week. I don't know why they.
They are just overwhelming me, honestly.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite books coming out this week.
U.S. Captain America #2. I love the first issue.
I love that first issue, man.
Dale Eaglesham.
This one also got all the shitty cunts talking back when the first issue.
It really did. It really did. Dale Eaglesham might be one of my favorite artists that I never think of when people are talking about favorite artists. He's been on so many great things. But yeah, let's look at a preview here. This is actually an early look, not a preview, but it's Sam and Cap going on the road, looking for the shield. There you go. That's it.
This is going to be awesome.
And there's a backup story all about these different sort of minority Captain Americas who are, I mean, they're just doing their own thing, you know, but it's all still inherently American. It's, you know,
I love the idea and the principle behind this book, you know, about America being a pluralist nation and having more people are America. So more people are Captain America, you know?
Yeah. Look, this is what I'm going to say about this book because all the cunts got to talking. Captain America, as he was originally written in the 40s, was the son of of Irish immigrants, born and raised in Brooklyn, which was considered the hood of hood at the time, and punched fucking Hitler in the first issue. Not only
before World War II, before America was in World War II.
America was in World War II. Not has he only been political, but he's always been the character designed to be American. In terms of, dude, I as the firstborn in my family in the States, I have more in common with Captain America than most white dudes.
It's true. It's true.
And I really appreciate them embracing the whole concept of what Captain America was supposed to be in the first place.
I'm really hoping that this isn't just like a one and done type of thing. I would love for the status quo moving forward. Let's have a Captain America Corps. I mean, I'm sure they're anxious to have Sam back in the saddle, you know?
I think that
given
the popularity of Winter Soldier and Falcon and the fact that that's obviously where they're going forward, I think that's exactly what we can do. Dude, there's always been like a bunch of Batman. Why can't there be a bunch of Caps?
Yeah, they already did Batman Incorporated. Why can't they do?
And it makes more sense as Cap.
It does.
It does. It just makes more sense.
And there's already multiple Captains America, you know, even if
there always has
the terrible ones. Yeah, and they're always
exactly.
And finally, well, not finally. There's a couple, but and America joined World War II because of Japan at first. Exactly. And it's because we got punched on the mouth, not because we were doing the punching, which I think is also a pretty big deal.
We went there for the Olympics. The Olympics. We were like, oh, yeah, this looks good. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, let's fuck it. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, dude. Wolverine #14. This is it. Solemn is back. The dude with the adamantium skin.
Yeah.
Returns.
He's been gone for a while. I'm glad he's back.
But now that Arakko is back, well, all right. Planet Size X-Men confirmed that Arakko was only 2 weeks before they terraformed Mars. No, it's 2 weeks before they terraformed Mars.
Yeah.
Arakko came to Earth.
Time scale can be a bitch sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Arakko came to Earth and was an archipelago of Krakoa 2 weeks before they terraformed Mars, and now all of Araco is on Mars. So they were only here for a couple weeks. But yeah, Solomon was cool. He was a great little. I love that cover too, man. It's a great use of negative space.
Yeah,
it's interesting. It's fun. But yeah, Solomon was a very cool character. I like the idea of building off the adamantium, thing a lot more. Man,
that is kind of interesting to think about, though. That
going to work on this
for us, it's been months and months since we've seen the character, but like Wolverine's gonna be like, "You're here already? It's only been a few days,
Yeah, dude, Adam Kubert going to work.
That's good shit.
That 15 panel fucking page, Jesus, son. And there is a Momoko cover for this
that's
too.
Cool.
And if I cannot find this, I'm gonna be really pissed. This is really the only Momoko cover I wanted, and man.
That's cool.
I think she should have done Laura, but hey, whatever.
I was just gonna say that. I kind of wish she did Laura, but that's so cool.
Weirdly enough, I think that Black Cat cover of hers was my favorite of hers this week.
It's rad. Yeah, it's really good.
I have no interest in getting that, but still.
X Factor number 10 is, of course, getting a reprint. Well, it's the death of Scarlet Witch. It was a big seller, so
it was.
Great variant on that, though. Even though I don't think it was Magneto who was actually there.
No.
I think Taylor was right.
No way.
It was Mystique pretending to be Magneto.
It's gotta be.
Betty Page debut. Oh no, these aren't debuts. These are just old prints. George R.R. Martin, Clash of Kings. This book is back. This was on hiatus for the pandemic, and now it's back. Red Sonja. Black, white, and red. Virgin variant. Sacred Six. Not much, no. Which is good because everybody else got every damn thing. Berserker, Keanu Reeves book, pretty solid book. I mean, it's really just using all these stories that have been told about the Immortal Man, since there have been Immortal Man stories, and there have been since like fucking Achilles. Achilles was technically an immortal man.
I mean, didn't we just talk about Old Guard just earlier?
Yeah, the Old Guard. Yep. Wolverine is
Wolverine.
The
exactly
man story. So
I mean, sure, you've seen this before, but
it's still good.
There's only so many ideas out there,
Yeah, it's hyper violent and it's presented very well. The art's fantastic. So I'm not really knocking it, but
I mean, execution is always more important than whatever tropes you're deciding to use.
100%. I agree completely.
It's a fun read. Variant. If you want to read it, you can. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
It's not bad at all. And it's definitely going to be a movie and an anime.
Oh, totally.
So
yeah.
Might as well pick it up.
Well, they already have
Ward. Oh my god, it's a Christian Ward variant.
Rad. I mean, Keanu Reeves is already basically in this movie. Like this movie.
No, he is. He's going to be the producer. He owns it.
He owns exactly. That's why he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. It is fun. It is fun, Eli. It is fun.
Yeah, it's
Dune. I mean, rightfully so. Boom is exploiting Dune for every drop they can. They got a big ass movie coming out. It's hard to blame them. But I tried to read. They had a Dune comic come out before this. I didn't like it. I couldn't get into it. I just couldn't get into it.
I'm not into what they're selling with this Dune movie. And
I think the movie looks pretty fucking cool. That trailer looked rad.
I think the movie looks all right. Dune's one of those things where I love those books, and it's like after I saw Castlevania, it's like just animate the fucker, okay? You're gonna spend so much money,
sure.
Just like me watching people in front of a green screen for 4 hours for like 6 movies. I don't know, man.
There are great themes though of
it is fair to say that Dune as a book series has been notoriously difficult to adapt.
Exactly.
Than various other media. Like they tried to make it a mini series that was not particularly good. They made those movies back in the 80s, I think it was.
It was all right. They were all right.
I mean, they were just goofy,
But
I mean, dude, those won like awards for their fucking like special
all I'm
effects.
saying is
it's hard to go back though.
It is. You're right.
It is.
Yeah, it was all prequel. I don't know, dude. It seems like they're milking the franchise, and it's hard to blame them because it is such a popular franchise with a lot of buzz right now. But it just feels kind of pointless. It feels like it's kind of diluting something that I think Dune has a real possibility of being. Man, what's that movie we always talk about? That sci-fi movie that bombed in the theaters, and then it had a sequel that bombed in the theaters. And
you're gonna have to be much more specific.
And everyone fucking loves it still. It's
Blade Runner?
Yeah, it's all neon noir.
Oh yeah, Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Yeah. This new Dune movie has a real solid chance of being kind of like Blade Runner.
Well, Dune,
where everyone
Dune
loves
has a problem.
But no one gives enough fucks to actually go and make it an interesting.
Well, looking at the cast and the special effects, they have got to make a ton of money to make.
Yeah, exactly. Adam,
and the other problem is both of those franchises are franchises that are they're a little bit more heady. They ask a little bit more from the audience. Dune's not a very fun sci-fi series.
It's very heady.
It's not a fun book to read.
Yeah. No, I mean it's kind of in your face with its themes about environmentalism and colonialism.
That's exactly why I say
capitalism.
I think it works better it would be better as an animated series. Is that I watch anime, right? And I think some of us have all watched anime at some point. Akira is probably the best example where you could tell a really heavy story, but make this beautiful portrait of it that you can think about the heavy stuff. I just don't think people have. I'm just gonna say this, especially for this generation of movies. There's not enough depth in
acting. Eli. It's not a hero tale, and that's what is selling right now.
Exactly.
Everybody loves a hero tale. Well, even Masters of the Universe was a fucking hero tale. Even it was Teela being the hero and not.
This is my point: is that people don't lean into that. That's what makes animation easier. Is that the story can be the main character more than the actors playing these heroes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm still excited about it.
I am too, but I like heady shit like that. I like my sci-fi to make me question myself and think, and examine shit. I love that.
I don't want to.
I think that's why sci-fi exists.
Agreed.
For those reasons, you know what I mean?
But I always say this: sci-fi works better episodically than a fucking movie. That's why all the best sci-fi stories are shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Eli.
This is, like I said, this is why I thought it as a movie is just not going to work, is because you have to fit it in this finite storytelling.
Because you're saying the budget would be cheaper on an anime where they'd be able to do whatever they want.
And they could tell the story in a true, telling in terms of episode by episode, build up the world, the characters. There's just too much to just throw you into the deep end.
I mean, I'm going to enjoy the Dune movie either way. I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure it's going to be beautiful.
Let's get back on topic.
But let's get back on topic.
Yeah, we're going way over. Good Luck is pretty awesome, and Something's Killing the Children obviously is fantastic. So everything else there, again, it's a heavy week for the the prime publishers, the big publishers, but smaller press.
I mean, mostly Marvel. There's 2 books from DC that I'm looking at.
Yeah, there's 3. I mean, dude, that's an amazing week at DC.
That is
3
books. I was gonna say that's a big week.
Last week was a weird week. I actually got more DC books than I got Marvel books for the first time, and I can't remember how long.
So yeah, Barbaric is a pretty big thing that people have been talking about. But issue number 2 is coming out. Another Berserk of Gluttony as an anime that people have been looking into. Black Beacon. I mean, there's not really much else. Nothing that you guys are gonna recognize. Just the little indie shit that I know. Oh, Chariot is dope. Chariot has gotten picked up for the screen, so that should be right. That should be.
I look forward to hearing what David thinks about this issue on Sunday.
I've been reading it too. It's fantastic. Issue 4 really won me over, dude. Issue 4 really won me over. Crossed is somehow still being published. You can't unsee that shit. Cult of Dracula. Man, we're only in the D's of the smaller press too. There is a lot of books coming out this week.
Dogman, ton of Dogman.
Yeah, Dogman. Those are $13. Reprints of all the volumes.
Oh, okay.
Exciting Comics, Extraordinary. That was not bad. The V.E. Schwab stuff. We got a swimsuit issue coming out. Grim Fairy Tales. I didn't even think they still did. Oh, that's
what is the fucking point? Grim Fairy Tales are always doing cheesecake anyway.
I know. This is an extra cherry on that cheesecake.
This is less erotic than their normal covers.
Yeah, right. She's wearing a one piece. What are you guys doing? That's G-rated. Girls of Dimension. Yeah, there's not much. I mean, look, here's Helena Scythe. I mean, that's hardcore, dude. They have actually X-rated, completely naked stuff.
That's unreal.
On their variants. Same thing with Jungle Fantasy. That's a company called Boundless Comics. It is. It's whack, dude. I know.
At least they're honest. At least they're honest.
I mean, you can appreciate them being upfront about it.
You have to prove age on their website.
I'm still waiting for Cheesecake Comics. That's what I'm waiting for.
Where they just lean into it as hard as possible.
Yeah, I mean that should be. I'm surprised that isn't an imprint today and age.
Vault's doing a book called Last Book You'll Ever Read. That sounds really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's get through these, man, because there's just not much else. Oh, Money Shot, talking about actual, porn going on. That's straight up a porn book, but
it's also a Star Wars.
It's a good book.
Star Trek.
It is a good book. It's very sex positive. It's
a fascinating premise. It really is.
Yeah, it's really good. I think that's it, man.
Yeah,
I'm looking for something. Resistance Runes is pretty good. Resistance Uprising, of course, over at AWA. Seven Swords, number 2. Aftershock book, not terrible. Shadow Doctor, number 5, also Aftershock, not a bad book. Shadow Man, number 4, probably the best thing they're putting out. I didn't like Ninjak number 1. It was just okay.
It's just okay.
Even with that art, it was the writing I didn't like. It was Jeff Parker's writing I didn't like. It's hard to make Ninjak into a noir sort of character. It just doesn't really work. Shadow Man is probably the best thing they got going on at Valiant right now. So
it's true.
There you go. That's it. I think that's all of it. A lot of stitched reprints. Strange Attractors is getting all kinds of reprints. That's pretty fun. All these books were originally meant for conventions. I mean, I don't think that's. We've been saying it all year. I don't think that's anything that.
It's going to be a while yet before we can finish saying that.
Yeah,
we're still not having conventions.
Yeah. Again, Uber, this is a book from Avatar Press. All these books were meant to go to conventions and get sold as exclusives there. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, that's it, guys. All right, what are y'all looking forward to?
Man,
definitely
all
Superman.
My favorite Marvel. Superman's looks really cool, but all my favorite Marvel books are out this week. We got Sword, we got Beta Ray Bill, we got Black Widow. I really enjoy
Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah, Amazing
Black
Fantasy.
Knight.
The Black Knight book.
Yeah,
dude, there are so many damn Marvel books this week, man. But
it's crazy.
DC's got the books I think I'm looking forward to the most. I'm really anxious to get into Taylor's Superman. Other History of the DC Universe has been my favorite book, since it's been coming out. And what was the third book? Icon and Rocket is pretty hot too.
Icon and Rocket.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Static number 2 is coming out.
Yep. Static number 2. But there was another book I thought coming out at DC that I had my eyes on.
I think you're right. I can't remember what it was though.
No, maybe that's it.
Was it that Wonder Woman thing where she's
that book's awesome?
No, that's not for me.
It's cool. It's cool, guys.
So yeah,
I don't know why it's so cool, but it's good.
But yeah, everything at Marvel.
The United States of Captain America.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Wolverine.
Marvel's firing on all cylinders right now.
I'm spending a ton of money.
Man, it has been dude.
I do not. Amazing Fantasy's $5 too, y'all.
Oh, I'm buying
Mech Strike. Fucking Mech Strike.
Oh,
I gotta finish that shit out. I gotta finish that.
I mean, if you're still in the ride right now, you gotta finish it off. Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn to the last page while I'm in the aisle, and if I don't see Voltron, I'm putting it back. I'm putting it back on the fucking shelf.
That's not gonna be on the last page. That's gonna be towards the. It's gonna start the last fourth of the book.
I'm sure he was like, "Wait, you did it at X-Men? I can't do it now.
Bullshit.
I can't do it.
Bullshit.
Man, I am going to be livid if they don't do a fucking Voltron pick.
Dude, me too. Berserker also over at Boom, is a hot pick. So, Chariot number 5. If I'm gonna pick, a smaller press book. So yeah, dude,
that Texas Blood.
Oh yeah, that's fucking dude, I didn't even really get into Image into the top 3 because man, there's a lot of good shit.
I mean,
dropping
Jesus, this is the busiest week I can remember.
Man.
It's a huge
Department
week,
of Truth.
Dude, Department of Truth, that new Sweet Paprika.
Oh yeah.
Old Guard. Scumbag.
Oh fuck.
Skybound, if folks are reading that, and it's a Spawn week.
That's right.
Spawn is only $3. Did you know that? Spawn holding the line at $2.99.
Secret Truth.
Yeah, how long did that last for DC?
Like a month,
a few months. Yeah.
I still have that poster.
I've collected every issue of Spawn since its inception.
Oh, nice.
I have it all.
Nice.
I do. I'm that guy. Todd, I was
all 320 issues.
Yeah, I do.
Rad,
it's unfair. Yeah. I don't know. I've dropped so many books and never dropped it because it's never stopped. He's never missed a month. I've never said, "Oh, Spawn's not coming out on time."
Yeah. Last week I didn't spend as much.
No,
I
this
didn't read
week
as
is
much
the
as you,
week.
but yeah, this.
Oh, and there's also
huge week.
Usagi Yojimbo coming up.
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah,
That's right.
there's a Usagi
Hopefully this
issue.
week won't be
And
as
Beast
big of a
Wars.
disappointment for you, Eli.
Yeah, I know. Eli hated everything he fucking picked up, though. Except
I know he
New
did.
Mutants. I think New Mutants was
He
worth
loved New
it.
Mutants. He liked New
Yeah,
Mutants.
New Mutants I think was worth it for
You didn't
him.
like
And
Moon
man,
Knight?
it was. New Mutants was pointy. I actually read it again.
Nobody
after
liked
the
Moon
show
Knight.
I
last
liked
night.
Moon
Yeah,
Knight.
Moon Knight was
Moon Knight was
Moon Knight
resoundingly
fucking
fine, but kind of
trash.
forgettable. You know,
It was trash. I didn't
think it was
Anyway,
I'm not as down on it as Gomer is, but
I was way down on it.
It was a bit overhyped in my mind, at least.
It was way overhyped.
It was way overhyped. I don't know what everyone was thinking. I've been a Moon Knight I have no expectations when I go into a Moon Knight book.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Go to OurGeeky.com. Check out everything we got going on there. We have all kinds of shows, including, the Comic Book Bullies and our Sunday night show and all that awesome. So, we also got all kinds of shit going on throughout the week. Big Willie's doing stuff. I don't know. We got all kinds of shit going on. So much.
Got your finger on the pulse there, Gomer.
We had a great time. We
brushes
hope you
jewels
did
along
too.
here.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. But most of all, thanks to these jokers for hanging out with this joker.
Anytime, man.
We're going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Oh. Yeah. I think his voice is going to crack.
Well, he almost killed himself drinking that water before.
Was that playing tools? I'm genuinely curious.